Lehigh has always been an important part of who I am. I mean, you come to Lehigh as a high school kid, and 4 years later, with an amazing array of experiences and opportunities, you're a young adult.
Lehigh attracts very well-rounded people. So they don't just have this blinder focus interest on their career. They have other things that they want to do in their life.
It really motivated me. I was around a lot of smart people and a lot of goal-focused people. And that, I think, was the #1 thing.
Lehigh has shaped me personally so much because my best friends have come from there. It seems that like-minded people are attracted to Lehigh and has really been an important part of my life.
The barriers between areas, between topics and departments here are quite low. And that shows up in two ways. At the educational level, students can actually move easily between disciplines, but that's also reflected in the research and the kind of exchange that goes on here.
I'm privileged to have an Axelrod Family Fellowship. The person next to me has another fellowship in the finance department, and together we collaborate on corporate governance work. It spreads the wealth of the research across disciplines, across colleges, and it's through the support of the alumni that we're allowed and able to do that.
Wendy and I learned of the school's efforts to design and implement and build the STEPS program, and it really struck a chord with us. It struck a chord because no big challenge in an organization is addressed or fixed by one department or one group or one individual.
I wanted an experience that I felt like would be impactful on my life. I talked to a lot of my faculty friends, and they told me that if they ever had a regret in college, it was that they didn't study abroad. And that's why I decided to go, and that's what I was expecting to get out of it. I think I got out a lot more than I was expecting, though.
I actually see that my big role is as mentor and guide. I think that a student who wants to come to Lehigh is looking for experience, and the professors play a big role in that we are there to be kind of shepherds in their education process.
I approached Professor Wiseman about this special topics class he was organizing. He said it was the South Bethlehem Greenway, and they basically left it to this team of students from across disciplines in the university to develop what became a proposal to the city of Bethlehem, and one of the most comprehensive reports and experiences I've had since I've been here at Lehigh.
It's the most beautiful place that I've ever been. All the buildings are beautiful. It doesn't matter whether it's a rainy day or sunny, it's always gorgeous. And I think the Lehigh community itself is just really different and really special.
And I, in college, became a totally different person through the leadership experiences that I had, courses that really pushed me, and almost see the world in a totally different way.
It's amazing what I've accomplished in these 4 years, and it's been fun, it's been exhilarating, it's been frustrating, and I wouldn't change anything I did here at Lehigh.
Prior to attending Lehigh, I had sort of a much more narrow perception of what was possible for my life. I just remember acknowledging myself having grown into a much more independent person, an independent thinker, an agent in the world, really.
I had the opportunity to start my own business, and utilizing the resources available to entrepreneurs, I was able to take advantage of the Eureka Ventures competition offered by the Baker Institute, which allowed me to actually stay here to become a master's student, to work on my company for a year, and get a graduate degree as well.
Lehigh does produce problem solvers, and when I look at the depth and breadth of talent that Lehigh can pull together from its alumni population, it's incredible.
You can be in a room of total strangers that are all Lehigh alum, and you will have a room full of friends when you leave. I don't know what it is. It's the dynamics that happens amongst alum and students and faculty and staff. The whole thing. It's just a pretty amazing place.
Lehigh has a special place in my heart. I wanted to do something in some small way to give back to Lehigh and to provide students with an opportunity that they otherwise might not have.
Lehigh is positioning itself to not only address some of those challenges today, but to develop and shape, the next generation of people that are going to, address the future challenges. If I were to brand Lehigh University, certainly in that branding, I would like to incorporate the idea of addressing the big challenges. I do believe that that's what it's about.
I mean, ultimately it's about people. So it's making sure that we identify and attract and retain the right personnel.
I really like the slogan, go bold, big challenges, take on those bold, big challenges. That's what we do.
If Lehigh had to think about a future slogan, perhaps it could be Lehigh, it's your life, realize your dreams.
Lehigh, past, present, and future, of education. It's all right there. It really is.
So I'm thinking big enough to be inclusive, small enough to be personal, like the school I went to.
Our new provost said that one of the strengths of Lehigh is preparing leaders for a future that we cannot envision. And that's a great slogan for the university.